I feel so lost without my computer. I'm like, wait, where's everything? Hey everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. It is the end of March, but we still have 3 days left to help as many people as we possibly can. And I love April and May and June because it's like, everyone's getting ready for summer and they can't hide from it. Like, I feel like January, February, like people can kind of be like, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. It is here. So don't forget to follow up with all those people that you've even, you contacted in October, November, December. And I put like a little follow-up script in the team page in the document section. If you haven't seen that, I just posted it maybe like later this afternoon. So definitely take a look at that. If you're like, how do I follow up with people that are not responding to me, or, the conversation kind of went dead, bring the conversation back up. Don't wait too long. The longer you wait, the more time you're going to give people an excuse, or give people time to think of excuses in their head why they can put this off even further. All right, so you know me, I have to let you all know April 8th is Super Saturday, and I hope everyone is going to one. I know Alicia is doing her first Super Saturday, so that's really exciting. And if you live in an area that doesn't have one, make up your own, or do one like a virtual one on our team page or whatever. Like, there's always some way that you can get to one if you physically can't be there. Do one, like I said, do one live on our team page. So April 8th, Super Saturday. If you're not from New Jersey and you're not going to the Edison one, that we're all going to, go in your Coach Online office, click on events, put your zip code in. It'll tell you the nearest one near you. May 6th, if you're from New Jersey, Philly, May 6th is the one event in Philly that's going to be Off the Hooks with Danielle Natoni and the other guy, I always forget, Jimmy Hayes Nelson. He's really awesome. And it's called like the book plan, something like that. Anyways, it's going to be absolutely awesome. That's May 6th. And then I don't know why I never really talk about Summit. But Summit is our big yearly event, and I know we have a lot of new coaches on our team, and I want to make sure that you guys know what Summit is. So Summit is like the big, like, kind of party. I hate saying conference because, like, in teacher world, like, conference is like absolutely boring. But this is fun. Obviously, it's in New Orleans this year. It's July 13th through the 16th, and I think we might be close to having like 50 or 60 of us there, which is pretty awesome. My first year, it was me and my mom because I didn't want to go alone, but I knew I had to get there. Just one of those things, going to events that grew my business for me. So every year I've been to Summit. Every year we kind of had more and more and more people. So it's really exciting to kind of see everything grow. If you're a new coach, if you hit Success Club, your first 3 months as a coach, you earn a free ticket. And really, even if you don't earn a free ticket, it's really not that expensive. You will definitely make the money back that you put in from going to Summit. You have to put some skin in the game in order to see some return, right? This is a legit business, so you have to kind of be willing to put some skin in the game. So that's all that I wanted to talk about for tonight. I'm going to hand it over to Alicia, and she doesn't need any introduction. I think we all kind of know, but maybe Alicia, for like new coaches, if you just want to give like a little blurb about your story before you get started.
Yeah, sure. That was kind of on my plan anyway. So
okay, go. Take it away.
Okay, so I'm just kind of winging it tonight. So we'll see how it goes. And for you, those of you who know, like, I'm a serious planner, so things like this, like when I'm not organized, like kind of stress me out. So, but so anyway, I was just going to talk to you guys first of all about my story. So I started coaching a little over 2 years ago now. I signed up with my first challenge pack with PIO and Shakeology. And I always tell people, like, make sure that you know that people are a coach, because I could be totally on a totally different team. I say that because I actually had a friend from Canada that was coaching, and I didn't know she was coaching, and so I signed up randomly. So make sure that people know that you're a coach. So that's my first little tidbit of advice. But I am going to be 26 this summer, and I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at the age of 23. My grandpa has struggled with it all his life, and so my main goal was to try to stay healthy and stay off medication. This past December, I actually had to go on medication because my inflammation and my pain was just getting out of control. And that's important to control those things, because you see a lot of like joint deformity and things like that that can eventually come if you don't go on medication and prevent some of that. So, but needless to say, I kind of avoided medication for the past 2 years because of being healthier and living an active lifestyle. And it's just helped me in the long run. Like, I grew up as an only child, so I'm just very used to communicating with older people and adults. And so I just feel that I grew up very insecure and I don't know, just kind of not really having a good childhood. Like, I grew up in the same farm as my grandparents, and my grandma and my mom did not get along very well. And so just seeing them arguing and fighting a lot was not fun. And that just kind of made me very insecure. And my own grandma would tell me that I was fat or that I needed to exercise. And so all my life I kind of struggled with that. And then in high school, I had kind of an eating disorder. I wasn't like anorexic or bulimic, but I just wouldn't eat. Like, I would skip meals. I would just try to put off eating as long as I could. Or I'd take my lunch and then I'd throw it away, or just different things like that. And so later on, I realized that I was doing it all wrong, and that you don't need to have a diet, or you don't need to diet, you just have to have a diet. And so that's kind of what I learned, and I started coaching. I was kind of a coach before I even knew it, I guess. I had a blog and everything going for me, and Rose was just trying to tell me that I needed to do this. And so I was like, oh, okay, tell me more. But know that I live in the middle of North Dakota, and we farm. And we don't live near any like huge cities. Like, I live like 55 miles one way from a city that's maybe 15,000 people. So we live in the middle of nowhere, and we have 400 cows in our backyard. So that's a little bit about me. But I'm here to talk to you guys tonight about becoming fearless, and becoming fearless in your pursuit of your own happiness, and kind of some little breakdown tips of what has brought me to this point. So a lot of you know that I quit my job on Friday, and I say that very proudly because I was going through a lot, and I won't go into the details, but I just feel that it wasn't the right place for me. I just was a very negative situation, and I was just kind of tired of being put down and criticized, and it's never happened to me before. And I left a very good job to be at my so-called dream job, and it was far from that, and it just wasn't meant to be, basically. And even though I grew up wanting to do drafting and design and architecture, it just wasn't meant to be, and this job just turned out to be a complete flop, basically. And I was just tired of going to work every day and beating myself up about it, like my past mistakes and just everything that I had done wrong there, because I feel like I wasn't trained at all when I got there, and I was just kind of set up for failure and not to be successful. And so I was tired of going every day and thinking that, oh, I'm just worthless, or, oh, I can't do this. And just thinking all those thoughts, like, every day is not healthy. And I can honestly say that the only thing that was holding me together at points was Beachbody, because people would tell me like, oh, you're so inspiring, or, you know, you helped change my life. And I would check those messages every day before I went to work. And that's kind of what would hold me together. And even though I didn't show it on social media, I was falling apart inside. And so, like, just the past few days, I have just like been so happy, and it's just amazing. Like, I'm just me again, and I honestly don't even care that like things are gonna be a little bit tighter this year with money financially, and we maybe, you know, won't be able to do certain things or whatever, or we'll have to budget more. I don't care, because it's so worth all that, not to have all that negativity and stress in your life. And so I encourage everybody tonight that you haven't lived until you've told your boss you're quitting your job and just dive all into this business, honestly. This morning, like I had a call yesterday with Rose, and she's like, you have to invite 20 people a day, because I told her I have a goal. I have a huge, scary goal to double my income by the time my birthday is in July, and I have an early birthday in July. So that's kind of my big, scary goal. And if I do that, I'll be making just as much or more than what I was making at my job. And so yeah. And so she's like, you need to invite 20 people. And I almost just about swallowed my teeth. I was like, oh my God, like, but then I realized, I was like, okay, like this is my job now. Like this is all me now. And I need to stop like holding back. I need to overcome those little things that your mind tells you, like once you hit Success Club 6 or 5, you can slow down, just to save some for the rest of the month, or the next month. And so just like those little things, like you overcome all that real fast. And so when she told me to start inviting 20 people a day, I hit hard this morning, and I invited, I think, 28 or 29 people. So that's crazy. And so tomorrow, guess what? I got to invite 20 more. And so I'm going way back to old people. So that's kind of my plan right now. And I don't have any backup plan. I actually got a call for an interview today, but I declined that interview because I felt like I was jumping into something that I wasn't ready for, and that I honestly can't even think about job hunting right now, because it just makes me sick, because I just come from such a negative situation that I just can't jump into anything new because I literally feel sick. But with that being said, I have cooked dinner and supper for my husband 2 days in a row, with us being at home, us eating together lunch, and I can't even tell you how much that means to me. Like, I've always been stuck eating at work because I commuted 40 miles one way or 55 miles one way. And so I was always stuck eating my cold lunches at my desk by myself over lunch. And so it's amazing to be able to be at home and eat at the same table as my husband and be able to cook him dinner. And so like words can't even express that. Like that's a dream come true. And so I see myself living this life for the longest time. And so I'm not going to let go of it. And so right now, this is my only option. So I'm diving all in, and I'm doing what I have to do. And I'm finding myself again, most importantly. And so I encourage everybody tonight to really and seriously think, if you can, if you're in the financial situation, to quit your job and dive all in, because it really makes you realize that this is a career. This is your job. Like, this is real. And so what led me to do this was becoming fearless in my pursuit of my dreams and my goals. But I also kind of want to break it down to you tonight. And this is something that I stress to my coaches, like Holly and Jessica. You guys will probably be like, will she ever shut up about doing the 3s? And so I took the 3s to a whole new level today, to the 20s. So I jumped it up a lot. But this is what kind of started me on being more consistent and staying consistent in my own business. So doing your 3s just means to add 3 new friends a day, 3 new conversations a day, 3 new invites a day, and 3 posts a day. So those are all very doable, especially if you're working full time. And I totally understand that, because I just came from that. So if you're working full time and don't have a ton of time on your hands, the 3s are totally a manageable number. You can do more. Like sometimes on the weekends, I would do 5. So that is just what I do. And I always add 3 new friends a day and try to, keep track of who I'm adding. I created Google Docs of new conversations and new people that I was adding, new conversations and new invites, each on separate docs. And then I'd like keep track of that, of like when I talk to them and kind of how the conversation would go. And so basically, whenever you add a new friend, keep track of them. You don't have to message them right away, but send out a message and just tell them hello, and tell them, like, oh, your kids are cute, or, kind of relate to them in their situation, whatever, maybe they just got married, or kind of just be their best friend. And I know a lot of people have kind of a complex about adding new people that you don't know, but guess what? I don't know over half of my Facebook friends. And there's a point when your Facebook becomes more than your Facebook, but you don't own it anymore. Once you decide to become a Beachbody coach, your Facebook page is your business and it's not yours anymore. So you have to kind of get over that thought and be like, this is my storefront. This is my business. And what is that going to look like? And so even if you have to go through your posts on your Facebook and be like, okay, is this something that people would realize that I'm a coach, or is this something that I'm providing useful information with or being inspiring? And so if it's not any of the above, I would delete it. And if you have any friends that are bringing you down or bringing you negativity, delete them as well, because you don't need that either. So so it's just basically doing, like I said, your 3s, and that's doing that consistently every day and tracking that no matter what day it is or what time it is or how tired you are, because it's those things that motivated me to keep going, because I knew that my job wasn't going anywhere and I knew that I would quit it. I just ended up quitting a little sooner than I would have expected. But it's those days that I had terrible days and that I just wanted to give up on life. It's those days that I pushed even harder and dove in, because I knew that somehow, some way, this business would be it for me. And it is. Like the past 2 mornings I've woken up. Monday I woke up at 5:30, which is the time that I'd wake up to get up to work out for my old job. And then this morning I woke up at 6. So both days I woke up early, excited for the day. And trust me, like, it's even hard for me to talk about it, but that has never happened in a really, really long time. And so it's really amazing when you can wake up and be excited about your day and just reaching out to people and meeting new people. And it's really an incredible feeling. And I just hope that everybody has the chance to experience the happiness and the joy that I've experienced over the past couple of days, because it's so worth it. I'm so thankful. And that is all that I have for you guys. So I know it's a little shorter, but we can open it up to questions or whatever you guys want to talk about. So
I remember when Alicia did her first call for the team, and how much, I just want to say, like, how much you have grown as a person, and it's really just awesome kind of seeing you come into your own. And I'm really happy that for you, leaving your job was the right thing. And I kind of just want to preface this for everyone. Leaving your job is not going to be the best thing for everyone. I'm just going to say that, because people do need to be financially ready. And I think you're in that zone where you're kind of okay. You can budget, but everyone don't go quit your jobs because you want to make sure you're financially ready. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah.
I just want to see that. Yeah. Don't quit your job yet if you're not ready, but definitely look at it as something that you want to, it's in your horizon, basically.
And it's more about the mindset of not, and I was talking to Alicia yesterday about this, that mindset of not having that plan B. When we have that plan B, we feel like, all right, if this doesn't work out, then I have this. So you're kind of giving you're copying out, like you're giving yourself like kind of that excuse, like, all right, if I don't put 100% into this, then I always have this to fall back on. I've seen top coaches kick major booty with this business when they were at like their absolute lowest, because they didn't have that plan B. This was the only way. Like Candace Talbot, she was on our team call maybe a month or 2 ago. She was at rock bottom. Bob Lucido, Keith Callahan, my upline, Lisa, they were at rock bottom, and there was no other way for them besides Beachbody, and they made it a way. So if you financially or don't want to quit your job, because maybe you do actually like what you're doing, change your mindset, and that's where you're going to find the power, the why to actually like put as much as you possibly can into this to get whatever you want coming out from this. Leah, did you want to add something? I saw.
I just wanted to say that I'm super proud of you. I think we all are. Super excited for you.
Thank you.
Anyone else with questions, comments, thoughts? Why is everyone so quiet tonight?
Yeah, I know. I think we should just go around the room and just like have everybody say something.
You can do that. What do you want it to be about?
Maybe it should be like something positive that they did today, or like, I don't know, just something that they maybe did to like build somebody else up, or whether it was like
Something
another.
you're proud of.
Yeah.
Don't just stop dropping off the call. I saw one person leave. Don't do that. Do you want to go first, Alicia?
Sure. So I guess with all the new people I'm talking to, I've met some amazing people, and it's just so fun to meet those people and just see like what their life is about. You kind of get to peek into their life and just see like, I don't know, just learn more about people, I guess, and just, I don't know, just maybe encourage them, and they, you know, you don't even know that you are, basically, but they're like, oh yeah, they're excited to talk to you. And I know I have this bridal boot camp, this free 7-day group coming up, and there's a lot of ladies in there that are getting married, and so it's just fun to like be the positive influence on them, and like maybe just take some of the stress off of their wedding planning. And I know one especially was like, oh, I'm just so thankful for this group, and that, you know, to get to know and like connect with ladies. So it's just cool to know that like you brought this group together. That's kind of I guess it's not really something that I said, but yeah, it's just cool.
I'll go next. I always say like people are watching you and you have no idea. So I've been like getting, and you guys know this, like big into like networking kind of like in the town I'm in. And I went to like outside of the box again. I went to like this women's only networking thing one night at like a restaurant. Only knew one person there, didn't know anyone. And, you know, just having conversations with people was super tough for me because I just want to like sit in the corner and like be by myself and like be on my cell phone. But this was like maybe 2 months ago, and just today this one lady just randomly messaged me. She never liked on any of my posts. She never commented on anything. And she's like, I find you so motivating. Like, I really need a lot of help. Do you mind meeting with me? I don't want to like talk about it, you know, through Messenger. Like, do you mind like meeting and we can talk like one-on-one? I'm like, sure. Like, so that was really nice to see that I kind of impacted someone. And I had no idea. And I wouldn't have thought that person would have reached out to me. So that was pretty cool for today. Next.
Okay.
Leia, you want to go?
Sure. Molly, you want to go?
Yeah.
Molly wanted to say something. Go.
I drink Shakeology.
You drink her Shakeology every morning, Ma, right? So I had an encounter today with someone that is just like in a really negative place themselves, and I found myself kind of partly pulled to kind of, you know, going back and, you know, like kind of feeding into that negativity. And I just had to stop myself and just really put my phone away and took a break and kind of recentered myself and realized, you know, that I can create and I'm capable of helping others change their mindset, change their mood, change their philosophy by the way that I act. So I really just was super calm and super mature and just kind of honest and really just took any of the my emotion out of the situation, and ended up turning a very negative situation I had with someone into a positive one. So I'm thankful for this being a coach, because my ability to do that never would have existed had I not found coaching, had I not been able to learn how to grow as a person and, really help other people. And what we do is it's truly such a gift, like you guys we have so much skills and so much ability to help people in just one little way of having a conversation with someone and maybe making their day better. So I'm super, super thankful for coaching, and for everybody in this group, and for connecting, and for our team, because at the end of the day, that's, feeling appreciative of your life and being happy is really all that matters. And so this fills me up.
For sure. I totally agree with that, Leah, because actually I thought of this too, as somebody messaged me or commented on my post that, when I quit my job kind of post from last night. And somebody was like, I just feel like you've been my best friend for the past several months, because she was going through like a difficult time. I don't know what that is. But like what she said was just so sweet, and just knowing, like, kind of tied into what Rose said too, like people watch you, and even if you don't know it, like they really do pay attention to you and are inspired by what we're putting out there. So just always remember that, like, just try to always be as positive as possible, because you might be inspiring people you don't even know you are.
I have something I can add too. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So I had my first customer sign up that was a complete stranger, and it was just kind of cool how it happened. I remember on my first call, I'm a pretty new coach, Renee saying something like, just be the person that people go to. Like, you're the person that once they're ready, they go to you. So my cousin texted me the other day and said, there's this woman I work with. She's a single mom. She's working a ton of hours, but she wants to get in shape. So I told her about you. So I got in touch with her. We talked for a while. Like, we could relate to each other. And she signed up, and now she's ready to get started for the April group. So it was cool to kind of have that experience for the first time of people like referring people to me, because now they have seen what I've been doing, and to kind of like be that person was like a pretty cool feeling.
Awesome.
Money that I've been earning has paid for daycare. So that was
Christina, you have to talk way louder. We can't hear anything.
Oh, I said my husband told me that the money I've been earning actually has paid for my daughter's daycare.
Nice.
So that was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, sooner or later, I obviously want to be home with my oldest too, but right now, getting that money and being able to pay for daycare is excellent, and definitely helps since I'm still on maternity leave, because since my other one's not even 5 months old yet. So that was kind of exciting and nice to hear.
That's very awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That, I would say, is a good post, especially, it's something small. It's not like I quit my full-time job, but it's something that people can relate to.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just put the disclaimer, like, Beachbody doesn't guarantee anything.
Yeah.
If you need it, I can just send it to you. But
yeah, I have to find it. I have it somewhere. But I don't know where it's at.
Awesome. Yay. Who's next? We got Polly, Courtney, Haley, Julie.
Hello. So I've been kind of I know this business is all highs and lows, and I've been kind of in a low, especially because I had those few months of really high, and this month has just been not so good. But I think a lot of it has to do with me. And then I spent the weekend with 10 girls in one house for 5 days. It was a lot. But going back to what I think Leah and Alicia said about and I think you said too, Rose, that even though they're not commenting or they're not liking posts, every single one of the girls that I was with this weekend said, like, you know, your posts are inspiring, and you know, every day I got up and ran, and I still ate right, even though they were all eating pretty crappy. I mean, I indulged a little bit, but and just hearing them say, like, yeah, I do follow you, and it's motivating and inspiring to see that you still follow through with it when you could very easily throw in the towel. So I think it gave me a little bit of a push that I need to get back on the horse, per se. And I don't know. And there's only a couple days left in the month, so, but I'm going to try my hardest to, get back up there. So, and you guys helped too, so thank you.
Okay. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
But now you can't see me. All right. Okay. Hey. All right. So I have a couple things that I wanted to let you guys know about. First thing is adding people, because I get totally lazy with this. And in the last 3 days, I added 60 new friends. So with that, you can see who follows you, who makes comments, who, you know, even just sends you random messages. Like people will say, are you a personal trainer? Or that whatever the conversation may be. Literally just doing that triggered, I think, 3 to 4 conversations. Maybe one will go somewhere, maybe all of them, but it's something that you kind of, it's that consistency that every day you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And yes, it's time consuming, but you know what I've been doing? I've been waking up in my bed and using 20 minutes in the morning and just doing it. And then you'll see, like, a few hours later, you'll get all the notifications that they've added you, they've accepted you. So then I kind of play around with those friend lists. So I've been trying to do it like 2 or 3 times a day. So 60 friends in 3 days is huge. And Bridget and I did the same. Something else that I heard, it was actually Shalene Johnson. She was talking about the power of live. That how it used to be, you know, television was our go-to, that we would just be on TV, we'd be, you know, seeing commercials, or we'd be seeing, like, whatever it was, a movie or something that would inspire us. Now everybody's on their phones. So she was saying that the power of live versus just posting is huge. And so even if you look back at any live videos that you did, even if they weren't relative to Beachbody, look at the bottom on the right, how many views you got. You get like 300 to 500 views just from one live video, no matter what it is. It could be your dog, like, chasing a ball, like something completely not relative. So I feel like that is something that we have to focus on and maybe kind of expand on. I am not one for that, because I would be the one recording myself like 1,500 times before. But it's like anything else, you got to just kind of get out of your comfort zone. So those are just 2 good things. And then there's also a free group that we're going to do next Monday through Friday, or it's actually a 7-day group. It's Haley, Bridget, and I, and we're going to do a no crap challenge group free, and just try to see who we can sort of, you know, get through there. But anyway, that's it. I lost my volume.
You're good. No, that was great, Julie. Thanks for that.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, we heard everything. Yep. Good. All right, we might have a second for like one more person.
I can go.
All right, Holly.
I'll just take a quick second. I could have talked a bit more, but I just want to mention I'm so thankful this week. Alicia posted a video in our group, and it was a post about, actually, Melanie Mitro had made a video talking about Google Streak, and I've been using it nonstop for the last 2 days to organize my business and keep sort of all of my information pertaining to my contacts, and really take charge of things to make sure I'm not missing people. And it's been a game changer for me in the last 2 days. So if you're not familiar with it, definitely it's worth checking out, and checking out her feed on YouTube. You'll see the video there. It's awesome.
Great, thanks. All right, one more. Haley, are you cooking? Or Diana? Diana said no. The kids are probably going crazy.
I missed so much of this call. I'm sorry.
We were just saying like one thing that we were grateful for or a tip for the week.
Oh gosh. Yeah, the kids have my mind scrambled right now. I'm grateful they're in bed. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Haley froze, but all right, ladies, this was awesome. I really kind of liked the whole different flow of this. Thanks, Alicia, for hosting the call tonight. Any last words of wisdom?
Nope, I think that's it. I think I said all my words.
All right, ladies, have a great one. We'll see you next week. Bye.